guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now, I'm a big fan of Todd McFarlane. Everything he does, in my opinion, is gold. The guy's an inspiration. He's full of energy. Now, at this year's Toy Fair, he showcased a revision, remaster version of the original Spawn figure that came out back in 1995. It was a highlight for me at Toy Fair. The piece was beautiful. It was amazing, everything that he has done and how things have changed in comparison to the original. Now, he promised that he would go through a Kickstarter to really get this produced. And this Kickstarter went live yesterday and already shattered all expectations. Now, in this video, I want to dissect all the information that we have so far, the good and the bad, the things I like, the things I don't like, and ultimately let you know if you need to support this Kickstarter or not. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm here at the Kickstarter page and I'm going to have the link in the description for those who are interested. And here on the title says the original Spawn action figure and comic remaster 2020. Todd McFarlane joined forces with Kickstarter to deliver an updated version of the original Spawn action figure and comic from 1995. Now, throughout the day, I've seen this. Originally, the pledge was for 100,000. That was the goal. It surpassed that in just the first day. Look at this. It's 729,609. And I've seen this number changing throughout the, it's moving, changing constantly. So this is going to, bypass the $1 million in no time. So you can see the number of backers, 5,691. I'm sure that a lot of people have ordered so many different figures. You're gonna see a lot of these figures ultimately on eBay and places like that, a lot of stores, because Spawn is popular. And McFarlane right now, it's a hot commodity. They've been doing a lot of great stuff, and it's only 29 days to go. But as you can see, this is a video, and we're going to watch this video.
Hey everybody, this is Todd McFarlane. I used to work for Marvel and DC comic books. I did comic books, did a little bit of Batman, did a little bit of Hulk, co-created Venom, and then sort of made my career on Spider-Man. But after that, a handful of us started a new company, and this was the character I created, Spawn. It's now been running for over 300 issues. We now own a Guinness Book of World Record for the longest running creator-owned book. But if some of you remember, back in 1994, I started a toy company. In 1995, my first toy came out. This is what it looked like right
Classic.
here, right? You're looking at some of the packaging. This is one of the original pieces here from 1995. But now what we're going to do is our very first Kickstarter. Why? Because the stores we used to sell to way back then, Babbage's, Tower Records, all those ones that we used to sell to, KB Toys, all those have gone out of business. It's getting more and more difficult to sell a toy direct
Unfortunately
to the stores and only give them one at a time. I'm gonna now give you the toys that they won't put on the shelf, and we're gonna sell them to you exactly as we think that they should be. Here's what we have for you with our very first Kickstarter. I basically went out and I got the license for the toy, because I own Spawn, and we're gonna basically come out here and do a digitally remastered version. So what is that gonna look like? First off, here's sort of the prototype of what the sculpt's going to look like. It's going to be way bigger than the original. If you remember, the original was this size. We now do our toys at 7 inches, so we're going to do a digitally remastered, but it's going to be bigger. Not only that, we're going to put it in super sexy packaging. Although the packaging will be reminiscent of what you saw in 1995, I'm going to do a brand new artwork on this comic book. You're going to get a comic book, you're going to get the toy, and if you want, we're going to talk about it later, you can get an autograph on it. But how do we repackage it? Well, one of the things that's cool is that when you get to some of the high-end stuff in comic books, you can get some kind of level of slipcases, right? I think it looks really cool up on your shelf. So we're going to do the same. What does that mean now for this Kickstarter? It means you're going to get something that is going to be like this, probably be much bigger because the cape is going to get wider, so it's going to be bigger. But I just wanted to show you, you're going to get something here. You're going to push the box in, and you're going to have a slip cover. So you're going to pull the slip cover off, and then you're going to have your box. It's going to have graphics on it. It's going to be nice. You open up your graphic, and inside you're going to have your box here, and it's going to be all foam. It's going to look super cool. It's going to be high-end looking. And if you happen to get one of the ones that's autographed, you're going to get your plate here with the autograph on it. You take the autograph out, you take your extra weapon that you get if you choose the autograph, and then you come in here, you're going to get a piece of artwork up in here, some card, and then you start pulling out all the foam that's going to be in here. And what you're going to see then is, get this out of here, is you're going to have this version up in here. Now remember, this will be the 7-inch figure, so the box will be bigger and everything will be bigger. And then once you have it in here, you just pull out the foam as one big piece, and you'll then be able to get to your toy.
All right, and as we saw that video, full of energy. Todd is always, you know, a character, and but I really like. I was a bit skeptical with the price point, and we're gonna look into the price in just a moment. But the packaging, it looks great. The idea that he has, everything that's going to come with this, definitely I think justify the price. And we're going to talk about it in just a moment. But here we go into the story of the campaign. It's a story in 1992. The very first Spawn comic book hit shelves, setting sales record for an independent comic. A few years later, in 1995, the first Spawn action figure was released to retail and critical acclaim, helping to usher in a whole new way of giving you much detail and art to your action figures. Now, 25 years later, Todd McFarlane is joining forces with Kickstarter to help deliver an updated version of that original 1995 toy and comic release. And as you can see, there's in this picture, there's a comparison of the original versus the remastered version. Back in the day, figures were smaller, so this is a 5-inch figure. Still, up to this day, a great standard, a great figure, great quality figure, heavy and all. And then you got, now this is going to be on the 7-inch, because nowadays everything has gone to 7 inches. That's the standard that most people want. And here you got 20 Spawn Remaster. Pledge without reward, it means that you just don't get anything. You can pledge anything. You can put some money just to help them out to produce it. And pledge US for or more. And here you got, we're going to read this in a moment, but here it says about the figure. The figure will be 7 inches tall and comes with a huge folding cape and weapon. The articulation in this version will be more than double what the original toy had. And the included comic cover will be redrawn by the international award-winning artist and creator of the Spawn character, Todd McFarlane. So this is more a 360, I would say, of the figure. I was at first saying, well, how is going to hold all that weight of that cape? That might be a bit heavy. So we don't know in the production that's going to be. But so far it seems that stands well. As well, this new remastered version will come in its own box with slipcover to help preserve the condition of the figure, comic, and packaging. And speaking of the actual blister packaging, it will mimic the original design from the classic toy of 1995, though upgrades will be across the final product. This video shows us pretty much the design and all the little parts that comes in this figure. So of course this one is going to have more articulation. Some people were complaining, I saw in social media already, because they're saying that they want more articulation. It's like people want more. The problem with you adding too much articulation to figures like this is that then it just becomes more unrealistic. So that was, I think, the happy medium. You want to have some articulation, but you also want to have this. Some people say, well, if you want that, why don't you simply go for the statue part? I think that there has to be a happy medium. There are statues, there are semi-articulated figures, which are fine because of you want to kind of resemble the original pose. Some people want a lot of articulation because they want to mix certain things, but to me, too much articulation can really hinder the view of an action figure. Of course, I grew up in the 80s, so I had a lot of the toys of the 80s that barely had any articulation, and I'm okay with that. But it seems that younger people, they prefer more articulation. I'm okay with it. I think it looks fine the way it is. Now, a new resealable clamshell package will be used, so you may take out your figure and comic for display, which I think, in my opinion, this is a great thing. But also be able to return them both into their packaging like you have never opened it in the first place. I like that. To simplify this offering, there will be only 4 levels: a classic custom version, a modern custom version with new head, an artist proof with what we're calling the black and white, and lastly, the 3-pack bundle, which will include the classic, modern, and black and white figure. The latter 2 figures getting new head sculpts. And here's the classic Spawn, as you can see right there. It's super nice. There's different options. You know, it's gonna come with the new comic book, kind of like the original. It's gonna have a weapon and the figure, and it has an optional Todd McFarlane autograph plate that you can add. If you follow him, you know that he has done that with statues and some figures, but most importantly, he has done that with statues, which I always love. It's kind of like a signature of authenticity in some ways, and it's going to have an extra weapon, a bonus weapon if you're interested. So in my opinion, that's an extra thing. Now, the modern Spawn, this is the one that has not the original colors, as you can see, which in my opinion is the one that looks the best. But if you want a variant, then you have the modern Spawn, which is going to have the unmasked face, the ugly face, as you can see. But it is wearing the newer colors. And he's saying that actually the comic book is going to be a variation. It's going to be like the original. It's going to be a variant. It's going to be the modern look. Now, there's going to be a third one, is the artist-proof Spawn, which is just like the that's what you see, the prototype that is used in this case before production. The one is showcased in most conventions. It's a black and white art. It's going to be a black and white version of the original as well, and that's, in my opinion, that's super cool. I really like that. So that's an extra thing. And then you have, of course, the autograph. Now, if you can also get an autograph by the creator and artist of Spawn, Todd McFarlane himself. Todd will be personally signing a nameplate that can be used for display with your comic and toy. And each upgraded item will also come with a bonus weapon, a reimagining of the wooden plank weapon from that original Spawn figure from 1995. So, as you can see, see rewards for pledge amount. Now, the 3-pack Spawn Trilogy, 2 new heads. So this is something, if you get the whole deal, the whole shebang, then you get 2 new heads. The 3-pack Spawn Trilogy will only be offered with an autograph and include the classic Spawn, modern Spawn with a unique old Simon human head, and artist-proof Spawn black and white with a unique screaming head. Each figure included in the 3-pack comes with an original comic book. This is your chance to get in on history as it repeats itself in this remastered version of the character and toy that helped change the industry of how visual and detailed action figures could look. As you can see right here, this is if you get the whole thing, the whole pack, you get 2 extra heads. You get the classic Spawn, you get the modern Spawn, you get the artist-proof Spawn, but also you get the all Simon's head, which in my opinion is good, only with the 3-pack. And also a screaming head for the artist-proof, which is my opinion is super good. I'm sure some people are going to, if that artist, the extra head, and a lot of people are going to probably paint that one, which I don't blame them. And here you can see the 3-pack Spawn Trilogy, 2 new heads, everything. If you get the whole shebang, this is everything right there. I like them. I would say I like the classic more than anything, but I like the all Simon head. So I don't know. Too bad that he's not offered here. I don't know. Just the whole thing, I think, is what a lot of people are going to jump on. Right there, shipping costs. Figures will be shipped anywhere in the world, but all backers are responsible for shipping. All shipping costs are estimated. Your shipping destination cost does not include additional charges. Any regional taxes or custom add-ons. Those will be additional charges depending on where you live in the world. Now, looking at the prices here, if you pay $40 or more, in this case, Classic Spawn, you get a 7-inch action figure, you get the regular Classic Spawn. Just $40 plus shipping. As you can see, this is estimated delivery is November 2020. Of course, these are just estimations. Right now, things are uncertain in the world. Ships anywhere in the world. It does have a lot of backers. As you can see, a lot of people going for the classic. And this is going to be perhaps the one that most people are going to support, just the Classic Spawn. It already saw what it comes with. Now, the pledge $40. Also, the modern Spawn is going to be $40. Again, it's estimated delivery in November 2020. It has less backers, 178. I know some people are going to love that. The 7-inch action figure with modern custom paint job and shoelace face, folding cape weapon, all of that. But more people are more interested on the classic look, of course. And now the artist proof again is $40. Again, the same time it has lesser people, only 44 backers, but that's pretty cool. Now, if you pledge $80 or more, you get the autograph Classic Spawn. So if you want to have the autograph plus the extra weapon, then you have to pay $40. It's 798 backers for that one. Now, the other one, the modern also with the autograph is $80. So it's $80 if you want to have the autograph, whether it's the classic, the modern, or the artist proof, and also the extra weapon. Now, if you are willing to go the extra mile and get everything together, and it seems that a lot of people are already backing this up as well, you get the 3-pack Spawn Trilogy, you get all the new heads, you get everything, you get the autographs, it's $160. And in my opinion, it's not a bad deal, because if you're paying $80 per, in this case, figure with the autograph and everything, so ultimately it's gonna come out to $240. But if you pay the $160 plus the shipping, of course, then you get 3. So you get 1 extra for the price of 1. In my opinion, that's a great deal. So that's the reason why you see there has over 2,000 backers. So the option is there. All you got to do is just go back to this project, or back this project. And there it gives you the auction. You can choose what you want. So there you see it. You can choose the version that you want and when it's going to ship and all of that. But ultimately, as you can see, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Really exciting to see all of this. Of course, you know, this is a difficult time financially for a lot of people. A lot of people are not going to be able to support it because they don't have the means to support it right now. People's afraid, scared. You know, some people haven't gotten paid. Some people are not working. So people are looking for unemployment. So it's definitely one of those things that it's kind of sour, you know, bittersweet for some. But at least, you know, it's nice that this is coming through, and it's not just a dream. Like Todd, you know, has a lot of, you know, has explained in the past, as you showcase a lot of projects that didn't see the light of day. But this one, based on all the people that are really supporting it right now, it looks like it's going to see the end of the road. Well, guys, there you have it. I'm really glad that this piece is being produced, and it's going to be produced, no doubt about it. With all this financial support, with everybody that is backing this Kickstarter, I'm amazed, you know, particularly in this time where a lot of people are struggling financially, a lot of people are unemployed. It's surprising. Of course, the price, I would say it could be better, but at the same time, you know, you have to see it from the perspective that you're getting a lot of extras. You know, you get comic books, you get all sort of things with it. It comes in a nice packaging. So, you know, I think it's fair. I'm surprised, of course, that he went all out on this one in the middle of this pandemic, but ultimately I think the love is there and people really love his work, and I'm in support of that. Of course, you know, opinions differ, and it depends on where you stand financially and if you can afford it or not. But ultimately, I would say kudos to Todd for doing something different and really pushing the envelope once again in this industry, in the comic book industry and the collectible toy industry. So my friends, thanks for watching. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Do you like this? Are you going to back it up? Are you going to pre-order through Kickstarter, or are you gonna wait until, you know, you get something in the store? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. God bless you. Take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.